instant awaken or enlightenment, fact or fiction. Finding out what this magical potion is and how it can help anyone in all walks of life. Not just those in search of spiritual enlightenment. By Natalie Mantle, Meditation for Freedom. Around the awakened community there is a lot of talk about ayahuasca and its magical properties. But what exactly is ayahuasca and why should you be bothered about it? Ayahuasca is a translation from the Quechua language of the North Andes as soul vine or vine of the dead. It is traditionally consumed by indigenous communities such as the Aruák, Chocó, Jívaro, Pano, and Tukano, including and not forgetting Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. It's only now the Western world's learning about it. Today I am going to talk about this ancient herb which will hopefully give those wishing to try it a better understanding about what it really does. Should you try it and what will you gain from the whole experience? What is ayahuasca? Ayahuasca, known by many names such as Ayaguasca or Ayahuasca, from Quechua Ayahuasca or Yaje. It is an entheogenic brew made out of Banisteriopsis caapi vine and other ingredients. The brew was used as a traditional spiritual medicine among the indigenous peoples of the Amazon. Also as a way to connect to higher realms of consciousness beyond what we see. This way the shaman of the village could guide and help his people through the knowledge and wisdom she received from the plant brew. However, both brews are very different, as I will explain below. Ayahuasca is usually prepared leaving the bark on the vine and is only slightly rasped and beaten. Like this, the vine will be boiled, thereby leaving more tannins in the brew and gaining a more powerful purgative effect, which can sometimes cause the participant to vomit. Whereas yaje is prepared by beating off all the bark and leaving only the woody bone of the vine to be boiled. Consequently, these brews have far less tannins, making it more easier to digest and remain in the system. You cannot just have ayahuasca without preparation. One cannot simply try ayahuasca without the proper preparation. You have to prepare your body, as your body is going to undergo something it never has before unless you have experienced a near-death experience. Then you might be close. Yaj. Before drinking yaje, a person must consume the yaje leaf emetic, which will balance your body's pH level. This is an important part of the process. You'll then have to wait a few days. This will allow the pH levels in your body to balance. Now you are ready to take the brew. Ayahuasca. Before consuming this plant in a brew, it's important that you clear your body of toxins. All processed and animal-related products have to be removed from your system for a better experience. You have to remember this is not a Western substance and our bodies are toxic compared to that of the indigenous people who live of the land. Ayahuasca instant awaken or enlightenment. How it works with your body. The plants contain a large amount of DMT, which is something that is naturally produced by our brains. We produce it in small amounts when we are asleep and in the dream state, and in large amounts when we are born, and extremely large amounts when we die. The vine of the plant has a monoamine oxidase inhibitor which allows the active compounds of the plant to travel through our stomachs and enter our bloodstream. Once this chemically changed blood reaches the brain, the crown chakra, it causes the pineal gland, the third eye, to open and activate. The psychotropic effects of the drink are caused by 3-beta-carboline alkaloids being harmine, harmaline, tetrahydroharmine. This is how you are able to communicate with celestial supernatural forces or the spirits of the nature and beyond, as well as overcoming fears, stagnations, illnesses, addictions, amongst other things. In its most common form, ayahuasca is a strong-smelling brown liquid with a tannin bitter taste. This will depend on the age, quality, and type of plants used. The psychoactive potency of ayahuasca differs depending on the environmental conditions in which it is grown. The size of dose and frequency of consumption will vary depending upon a person. Everyone is different depending on how much detoxing you have done. Ayahuasca Instant Awaken Enlightenment. What does it do to you? The effects are stripping away of your ego. It will help you to reconnect with your true self and purpose. Understanding that everything is connected and has a cause and effect. You will even feel the effects of your actions up to the present day. This can be very hard for a lot of people, as everything you have held in to this day will also arise, allowing you to feel it on an emotional and observant level of consciousness. It's a way of healing yourself from within, going straight without hesitation to the root of the problem, the source, seeing it for what it is and knowing the answer to overcome it. It's an emotional journey, be sure of that. Plants of knowledge. Most common effects noted are for the visual imagery it produces, also generating auditory and olfactory sensations. The earliest signs of the drink taking hold of you tend to be a warming feeling in your stomach, followed by a feeling of physical relaxation and mental calmness, tranquility, depending on the doses you have. Smaller doses of ayahuasca produce a mild detachment from one's body and one's surroundings, allowing one to feel and see a mental objectification and critical examination of the smallest of details surrounding the person's life, such as feelings and thoughts. Higher doses of the plant enhances the visual apprehension of irregular shapes and geometric patterns, also to include the following: distorted and fast-flashing images including colors you have never seen, out-of-body experiences you can be anywhere you wish to be, a distortion of sounds that surround you as you are operating in a different field of consciousness, images of spirits and guides including animals. Your ability to smell and taste things will be altered as the ayahuasca runs through your body. The chances of you being sick, vomiting is very likely. This releases all the negative energy within you. It sounds dramatic, but this is part of the healing process your body will go through. If you wish to take this plant for enlightenment, cleansing and healing of the body. What can it cure? Ayahuasca, healer of all things. This plant brew has been dubbed the miracle plant, and from evidence and experience, I would have to agree. Listed below are some of the things that I know of that ayahuasca can eliminate from your life-giving your freedom back, removes anxiety, erases depression, helps you see your purpose more clearly, improves your quality of life, beats any drug addiction that you have, connects you to your source of creation, removes your ego, known as death of ego, repairs the body from illnesses, helps you overcome challenges in life, allows you the strength to forgive so that you can live your life, removes karma, and the list goes on. The research on this is endless now. It has come into the Western worlds and people are experiencing it for themselves. Ayahuasca is a personal journey for oneself. Everyone's experience will be different. Even if you do find common ground such as the patterns and geometric shapes, etc. The reason for this is because the journey is about you. It one you have to walk alone, a journey of self-discovery. Ayahuasca Instant Awaken Enlightenment. The 4 levels one can experience. When a person decides to take the ayahuasca brew, the experience will solely depend on them. If you have issues you wish to deal with, focus on them. Or if you have an illness you wish to cure, focus on that. Even if you just want to know why you are here, focus on that. This is cures. What you are focused on will manifest and come to the surface. This is a sacred medicine plant for healing and preparation, and thought should be taken. It's not something one should be carefree about. To my current level of knowledge, there are 4 levels one can experience when using ayahuasca. They are as follows below. The body journey. This experience is when the body undergoes what some would call a traumatic experience, known as purging. A person will feel the need to go to the bathroom, or perhaps feel really sick and start vomiting. On a lighter note, some have been known to start dancing, burping, and even laughing. It's just your body working with the plant to remove blockages and emotional traumas from the body. The consult journey. A journey more common with higher conscious people. Not many people will experience this without first cleansing the bodies of all toxins and working beforehand with chakras and mediation. This journey is where you would see spirits, but you would be able to interact with them. Not just be the observer, you'll be given wisdom which will help you and others. This is what the shamans used it for, so they could guide the people. The Pinter Journey. A lot of people experience this journey as it's commonly connected to seeing geometric patterns, signs and symbols and colorful imagery. You will see many things such as spirits, past family members, even future and past events. It all depends on your state of mind before the journey. Hence why it's important to be prepared. The Silent Journey. Nada. Known as the Silent Journey, this is a journey where a person will drink the ayahuasca, but appear to experience nothing, as the person will just sleep. However, when they awake, they have been known to feel an overwhelming feeling of calmness. The ancients believe that this happens because the body's DNA lineage needed a lot of repair, undoing past karmas and trauma. Where can I try this ayahuasca? Finding an ayahuasca retreat. Find an ayahuasca retreat near you that a reputable click highlighted. Link ayahuasca retreats. It's worth highlighting that DMT is a prescribed substance in various parts of the world. For example, it is categorized as a Class A drug in the UK and a Schedule I drug under conventions, because they cannot allow you to see the truth. This plant and counterparts treat DMT could be dangerous for the whole system of control. The system says medicine makes you better, not plants. This is because you cannot patient a plant and make money. And if it cures you first time, as it has been proven, then there is no repeat business. Ayahuasca is frequently subject to many of the same restrictions and sanctions as narcotics such as heroin and cocaine. Nevertheless, the powerful forces of globalization are spreading ayahuasca consumption beyond its traditional geographical heartlands, and this, in turn, is resulting in the legalization or decriminalization of ritual use. In a growing number of countries including Holland, Italy, Spain, United States, ayahuasca is a psychoactive substance to be used with care and, like other psychotropics, should not be consumed by individuals without proper due care and attention. It is important to have the right mindset when taking this substance, or your journey will not be so enlightening. Ayahuasca instant awaken enlightenment, the experience of others who tried it.